Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Sherlock Holmes Crimes and Punishments. In the last episode I was walking around this place looking for this piece of carpet, but I found it now. We need this for a very specific purpose.
That's a lovely old carpet. This should be useful.
We're gonna go put this over the hole in the kitchen. And that should have set the trap for this place.
Now, it's not an open hatch, just a nice carpet on the floor. I should
Sherlock, you
walk
are
carefully
evil.
here, else my plan will be ruined.
Now we see what happens. He's like, oh no!
Now, if a thief runs through the kitchen, he'll pay a surprise visit to the cellar. The traps for my circus companions are all prepared. I can leave now, but I'll return later with Charles Foley and his companions.
Let's hope they haven't been here before, because they might wonder why everything has suddenly moved.
Police! Police!
Oh no!
Stop where you are! Where are they?
Trapped, Watson, with your assistance.
How so?
Oh, you sounded just like a real Bobby, my dear fellow. You startled them into the traps.
I did?
I assure you, Watson, it was quite an entertaining show. They will not escape the house now.
You scum!
And this is the pistol used for the murder in Half Moon Street.
How'd you know about that?
Have you closed the case yet, Sherlock?
Mycroft, what are you doing here? Did you follow me?
Sherlock, it may seem that I used you, but you should be pleased to know that you have served our queen well, in this instance. So now, let us catch the big fish. But this man is not one of the merry men?
No.
Then why exactly are we here, Sherlock?
This gentleman, Charles Foley, has been involved in a double murder, and the hunter of a set of valuable antiques, the Hellenistic treasures, which disappeared in a theft many years ago.
You're no better than the coppers!
Well, I am a detective. Oh!
Holmes, that is incredible. The Hellenistic treasures.
Indeed.
Nothing but trifles. Where are the merry men?
I don't know why you are asking me, Mycroft. They are yours to find.
I'll see you soon, dear brother.
Are these not the merry men? Right, so. Precious safe. Long lost art? The antiques discovered inside the hidden safe of the abandoned manor at Notting Hill represent the collection of Hellenistic treasures that were stolen in 1885 and considered to be lost. Oh. That hasn't answered the man in a jacket. Doesn't tie in. We still have clues. Leighton's statements and Leighton's revolver. No, we're missing something. We're missing something. I don't know what we're missing, but we're missing something.
Don't move, you flim-flammer.
You flim-flammer? You
The
flim-flammer.
trap with the chandelier worked perfectly. Charles
damn it.
Foley has been knocked down.
Bloody flim-flammer.
Holmes, I had no doubt that you would catch the thieves.
What a beautiful collection of art. It was thought lost.
What are my... Oops, what are my things? They solve the crime. Okay. I still have evidence and stuff here that I haven't tied together. Can I check some of the other criminals?
One of Foley's companions. He is unconscious.
Okay, we can't go upstairs again.
one of Foley's companions. He is unconscious.
I'll go that way. Okay, this is confusing me, you see, because it's like, oh, you can end it now, but I feel like I'm missing something. I still have clues that I haven't used. Which means I've missed something, right? Everything fits too well. Charles Foley organised the theft of the Hellenistic treasures, which was related to a double murder at Half Moon Street. Leighton Chapman was a witness of the crime. We can either absolve him or we can condemn him, but... Oh, I could have just, like, changed the conclusions. I only have one conclusion here, which is... double murder? Does that change it? Circus acrobat. Like, I feel like we're missing. Turn this to a personal motive, does it work? No? Leighton's innocence? And if I go C, does it actually let me just instantly go back? It's amazing. I've played the entire game without realizing I can just press C to make me re-find other conclusions. Something doesn't feel right. But I've got nowhere to go. I just have the manor. Is there only one possible ending? I mean, I guess I can leave. Can I leave? No, I can't even go back to Baker Street. Shall I do it and just see if it's right? It doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right. I don't like it. Well, let's condemn Foley. Charles Foley organised and executed a wicked plan of revenge. With the added theft of ancient and valuable treasures, he deserves the rope. Since he's not directly guilty of murder. Where are the other clues? Kenneth Butler and Byron Vicotti both died of a crossfire with each other, so they both had guns, but the gun that our friend Charles has here is his own gun, is it not? Not a stolen gun. That doesn't quite work. The fact that we have unfinished clues is just confusing me. And the only clues I have left here is Leighton's statements, Leighton's revolver. And neither of them are related to each other, so what am I missing? This is the first time I've got to the end of a case and not had anywhere to go or anything to do. Can I?
The trap with the chandelier worked perfectly. Charles Foley has been knocked down.
Okay, well, let's see what the game says. Let's go Foley's Vengeance, and he didn't actually kill anyone, I don't think. If we assume that he took the revolver from the scene and didn't actually use it. Yeah, but that doesn't fit my idea, does it? Didn't we fit the simultaneous shots? Whoops. Then I could hear the contrast between two fired shots as they were made from different points in Half Moon Street. Then I could hear the contrast between two fired shots as in fact 3 shots were made. At first a single shot was fired and then 2 guns fired simultaneously directly afterwards, but that would still indicate that a gun is missing. And it would break everything, right? No, it doesn't break everything. Because that would be that one that breaks everything. That doesn't match anything. Due to a personal motive, that blacks out Leighton's innocence and circus acrobat, so it's got to be burglary motive. Okay, no, I think I'm just delaying the inevitable here. It just seems weird to me that we only have one possible conclusion and nowhere to find any more clues. There's also a chance something might happen after I do this, like it did in that other case. Let's condemn him. Screw it. I don't know if this is right. Let's see what happens.
Charles Foley, you committed the crime of premeditated murder and of theft. You will be severely punished for your deeds.
You are pitiful. You Scotland Yard dog.
Save your words for the gallows. I'm sure the journalists will love them. I shall leave now, Watson. Gentlemen, please take our friends here into custody.
Where are you going?
I have unfinished business. I'll see you at Baker Street.
I have unfinished business. Where am I going?
Be careful with the lamps. Don't bring them too close to the barrels.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Who's there?
That is of no importance. What matters is who you are and the plans that you have here.
So you can stop us from carrying them out?
Eventually, yes.
Hey, careful. You'll blow us all up.
I'm listening.
We are a group known as the Merry Men. But I suppose you knew that already. We are the men who've already lost everything of value in their lives. We are ruined shopkeepers. We are workers who were fired from their jobs, honest people who were robbed. We were forced out from our homes and thrown onto the street, and all of this in the name of the so-called law. The laws that were set out by our government. The laws that make the commoners only more vulnerable and the wealthy more protected. We are not only from the British Empire. Some of us are from the New Lands, America, Australia, and we are many. But men we are still, and we are merry for that we stopped being afraid. For those powers that be had done their best to plant the fear inside our souls, and we accepted it so easily. The fear advised us to keep our heads bowed. It prevented us from fighting. Bankers and politicians, they own our lives, our work, our bread, and they push us to compete between each other, just to see who may serve them better. But in the end, they are the few, so they are weak. They are nothing without their titles. We should not fear them. Our so-called masters should fear us instead. The time has come for our group to stand tall. Our great and many merry men. We are going to blow up the London Stock Exchange. No life shall be lost. But ownerships, debts, and property titles? They shall all be destroyed. They're only papers, after all. So many people will be freed over this night.
That is a radical step to take. What result do you truly expect?
Chaos. But soon people will understand that they are free, and that they don't belong to anyone. They will be able to work for themselves, together, without letting the rulers dictate what to do, and finally justice will arise.
What you are intending to do is a crime. It is not justice.
How do you see justice, then? Kids go to prison for a loaf of dry bread. And how many lords do you see punished for stealing from their people, sending them to their deaths in mines or overseas to fight for land? Our masters wouldn't hear us. So now it's time to sing the song of the merry men. Will you let us do our duty?
I mean, he talks very well, but I have a funny feeling I can't really let him blow up the London Stock Exchange. So... Kablooey?
When people fight the order, they are too blind to see the consequences that throw society into chaos. I shall stop your actions, but not you. Run. Now!
Uh-oh. That was a pretty big bang. I was just casually getting the... Oh no.
So, you're interested in Russian literature now?
Quite lately.
It is an interesting book. I remember a few lines.
Really? I tried reading it myself, but I had a hard time understanding it.
Yes, Doctor. It's about intelligence. Sherlock, I vaguely recall one of the lines. Sometimes it takes something more than intelligence to act intelligently. There were also a few words along the lines of, pain and suffering are always inevitable for a large intelligence and a deep heart. Tell me, Doctor, does my brother show any signs of pain or suffering?
Not that I know of.
Because you see, Doctor, behind all of his masquerade, my brother does possess a deep heart. So deep that he does not recall where he places his love.
Well, I'm sure that...
His love and his duty that, in the first place, should be directed towards the Empire. For without it, we would be nothing. A country filled with uncivilized men.
And the Empire needs order and discipline. It has no room for chaos.
People who commit crimes, or at the very least intend them, deserve punishment, Sherlock. Without justice, there can be no civilization.
But we serve the truth, not justice.
Your truth, Doctor, that may prove immoral. Allowing people to terrorize London, destabilizing the whole empire.
Terrorize only the powers whom you serve, Mycroft. Not I, not Watson, not Mrs. Hudson, not Wiggins.
Sherlock, the merry men are to be stopped.
Not by me. You created the merry men. Stop them yourself. Only make sure that you don't create 10 more merry men by arresting the one.
Good night, Dr. Watson.
Anything in the post, Watson? Any clients worthy of our attention?
Only a second reminder from Mrs. Hudson about our new neighbour. She urges you to remove your...
Oh, I don't care about that.
Holmes, the lady who will be moving in shortly has requested the use of our spare room to place all of her boxes.
Wait, what? A lady?
A lady? I don't think I found all the clues, did I? 17 clues. I got 17 out of 18. What did I miss? Oh, that's just irritating. But I did get Foley's Vengeance, which is apparently the correct conclusion. Oh well, I'm going to accept my decision. I don't know what that final clue is. That's going to haunt me forever, that is. Oh my god. How irritating. That's destroyed. The whole run is destroyed. And my personality ranking is neutral. Absolutely perfect. This looks credity. Yes, it is the credits. Hello, Sherlock. Apparently I have two options. I can open my casebook or I can exit. I'm guessing if I open my casebook, it just allows me to go through all the stuff. Yes. Well, I thoroughly enjoyed that. More than I thought I was going to. I'm not sure what I'll be playing next. I guess we'll work that one out as we go. I know there are more Sherlock Holmes games. I might see if I can get some of them. I know this is the relatively modern one, and it still looks and plays quite well, whereas some of the older ones are a little bit But either way, I am going to thank you all so much for being here, especially if you made it to the last episode. Thank you so much for watching the entire series. It really does mean the world to me, and I'm happy that you hopefully enjoyed the series enough to watch the whole thing. Please like, subscribe. It really does help the channel grow. Thank you again to the members of the channel and the coffee supporters. It really does help keep making these videos. And as always, I'll see you next time.